be eating trash for their lunches. Cause in life you gotta roll with the punches. Whoa, started Midwest, now we Cali boy. Always getting to it, yeah, we making noise. Started from the bottom, you already know. Gotta move fast to the cash, that's the way it go.
What's going on, guys? Garbage Eaters here. We got Cody and Lynn, and our guest today is Shawn Gilbert. He's here to talk today about priorities and surrounding yourself with positive people. Before we kind of get into that, I'd like to have you introduce yourself to the viewers, to us, so we can learn a little bit more about you.
Like Cody said, my name's Shawn Gilbert. I'm 45 years old. Don't tell anyone. I'm going through a little bit of the midlife crisis thing. Born and raised in Massachusetts. You can tell by my hat, huge Celtics fan. Sport's a big part of life back home. Kind of miss that. But some great people in California, San Diego, California. Some great people like used to. Fitness has been a giant part of my life for the last 20 years. I'd say can't live without it. It's one of those things you're born. You go in different directions. Mine has always been athletics and weightlifting, bodybuilding, nutrition. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it, you just do it. That's pretty much it.
And then, okay, so we are actually in Boulevard Fitness where Lynn and I originally met. He is the manager here at Boulevard Fitness, correct?
Correct. We've been here, Boulevard Fitness has been here in this location about 8 years. We've owned it for the last 3 years. Same location. Different owners and different management.
And new things have been coming pretty frequently here as of late. So if you guys are in San Diego, come check it out. Great place, great staff. Lynn's been here for a while too, a lot longer than I have.
It's a good spot.
I said the three of us, and I'll step in a little bit, we didn't know each other from a hole in the wall. Look where we are right now, sitting together. We all met at Boulevard Fitness. It's a great family feeling. It's probably the furthest thing away from corporate that you're going to meet, and that's what we want. We want that family vibe here.
Definitely. Just to recap, something Cody was talking about earlier, this is Garbage Eaters. So the main premise and thing behind Garbage Eaters is people that are out here grinding, out here working, they're doing the dirty work, the behind the scenes work, the stuff that isn't glorious, the stuff you don't see that's like the top-notch, this or that, the shine, the swag, stuff like that. This is the behind-the-scenes action, the stuff you have to do in the background to be successful that you're not going to see every day. So we're bringing in people like Shawn, letting you know what the deal is, how you can be successful, and what you need to do in the background. So today's topic is on priorities, and Shawn has a lot of great information on how to prioritize your time and things you need to do to be successful. So without further ado, I'll give it over to Shawn.
Fantastic, cool. So in the fitness world, we come up with excuses on I can't, because. Cody and Lynn, there are 4 concerns. Give me one.
Money, finances, probably.
Give me another.
Time.
Perfect. And spouse and commitment. Those are the 4 concerns that most people are going to come up with for excuses not to work out or even exercise. Start something that's going to make them live longer, healthier, prevent disease, heart disease, osteo. The list is astronomical. So for instance, when someone gives you a time or a money commitment concern, it's I don't have the money for it. Well, the average gym membership is about $1 a day now. A lot of gyms in the 80s and 90s were sky high. Then competition came out and people had to lower their rate. So about $1 a day, you can pretty much get a gym membership anywhere, sometimes even less. Most people, if you talk to them, will say, hey, I go to Starbucks 3 or 4, and that's no disrespect to Starbucks, but you're going to pay $3 or $4 a cup of coffee. If you're spending $12 a day buying coffee, bet your butt you can get a gym membership for $1 a day. So priority, where are your priorities? $12, $15 a day at Starbucks, or $1 a day to get into the best shape of your life at any facility? Or we'll take it to the next level. Everyone has a cell phone. A cell phone nowadays is $800 to $1,000. That's 3 years of most gym memberships paid in full. So don't give me the money commitment if you're spending that on Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts or buying cell phones. $1 a day will get you in the best shape of your life for a gym membership pretty much anywhere. Your commitment was
Just money.
money. Yours was time. All right. Now I'm going to use this because this one drives me nuts, guys. You'll see a line of people waiting for the new Galaxy, iPhone, whatever it is. They will wait in line for 9 to 12 hours for a new release of a phone. Am I correct? Correct.
Right.
So if you're going to wait 12 hours in line for a phone, you bet your butt you can spend 12 hours a month working out. 1 hour every other day or 3 hours a week. Last time I checked, 4 times 3 was 12. That's a month of working out. A lot of my sports fans friends, they'll say, well, there's a baseball game on. I got to watch 3 hours of baseball. Well, 3 hours of baseball is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 hour working out. That's 3 workouts. So don't give me time is it's not. Time is an excuse. So get your priorities straight or correct on time, money, commitment, and spouse. The biggest one that I come with is spouse. And I might offend some people on this. I hope I don't. But the last time I checked, my wife loves how I work out and train. She wants me to be healthy. She wants me to live longer. Yes, I am older than my wife. I'm 13 years older than my wife. She thinks it's fantastic that I'm making the effort to live a little bit longer and a little bit healthier. And I can give you a list of health benefits from working out 3 times a week. And I'm just going to give you 3 of them. Diabetes, heart disease, and lower your cholesterol. That's going to make you live longer. Okay? That's pretty much it. Get your priorities straight to reach your goals. Without goals, we're just a fish in water with no fins.
Now, to kind of take it away from necessarily the fitness realm, because not all of our viewers are going to be particularly interested in the fitness industry itself, but for goals in general. I know for me, when I was trying to move out to California last year, I went through this, gruesome process I kind of related to in our first video in order to get out of here. So I had to, I wrote down 25 goals, whatever they might be, meet 5 different people, watch the first video to hear the whole list. But I had to sacrifice a lot of what I thought was my priority at the time, or what I had to have in order to be happy, in order to get to where I am now in California. And what I come to find out is I'm a lot happier now being in California than I was going out and drinking 4 nights a week with my buddies. They're still my buddies, and you know what? I drank with them once, twice, maybe a month from our last semester in college, and we didn't lose our quality of friendship at all. We were still friends. The alcohol, spending money, going out, that wasn't what was building that relationship. That wasn't what was holding it together. And if you cut back on those things, those distractions, those fake priorities, and you don't have, your friends start to leave you, well, they really weren't good, solid friends to begin with. So it's actually kind of a blessing in disguise in that front. So I think that kind of ties in with the whole fitness thing. You got to find the time to set these goals, and then you have to be willing to leap. Do or do not, as Patrick Fulgen, one of our last guests, said. We have to just be willing to put ourselves out there and take those sacrifices and see where it goes.
Sure.
See where it goes.
Sure.
You have to try. You have to try.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but have you ever noticed in life, people who pretty much have everything, they're hard workers.
Yeah.
They've sacrificed a lot in their lifetime to get where they are. Yeah, every once in a while someone plays the lottery and wins. That's 1 in a billion. A lot of successful people, let it be movies, let it be bodybuilding, let it be football, whatever. They've put in this blood, sweat, and tears to get there. It didn't happen by accident.
Right.
They sacrificed a lot. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them cut out certain people in their life because it wasn't the path they were choosing. You ever notice smokers hang out with smokers, right?
Right.
It's safe to say the 3 of us, we don't smoke, right? We have one thing in common that we're guaranteed is fitness. That doesn't mean, like you said, that doesn't mean everyone has to be into fitness, but you gotta have priorities. If you want to make $1 million, you gotta have priorities and you gotta have a plan. Without it, you're not gonna get it. Period.
And that kind of piggybacks into the next topic,
Okay.
which is surrounding yourself with positive people. Or if you want to make $1 million, you better surround yourself with people that have already made $1 million.
Sure.
And we kind of get into that here. So to kind of get into surrounding yourself with positive people or the correct group of people, I know when I first met you, I would spend a little bit of extra time here or there before the gym or after the gym to get to know you. And one of the big things that you would always express to me was how you like surrounding yourself with positive people. You don't want to deal with the crap, the drama. You want to be around people that are focused. Can you kind of give me a glimpse into that and why you think that way?
I mean, I think life is a learning lesson from day one. The only thing guaranteed in life is the day you're born is someday you're going to die. That's the only guarantee in life. Some people say taxes, whatever. So you have, believe it or not, a small opportunity or a small window to enjoy life. I can tell you, my last 20 years went by extremely fast. Got married, have a beautiful wife, she's a doctor, so I've seen a lot of personal changes. I know it's going to sound cliche too, but if you surround yourself with people who are cancers, cancer spreads, right? Cancer is nasty, we understand, it's disgusting. I refuse to surround myself with cancer. I just refuse. I've met some very, very extremely wealthy people out here, and I've learned from them. Some guy, a good friend of mine, I won't mention his name, but if he watches this, he knows who I'm talking about. Guy makes $35,000 a month, and he does it correctly. The first time that you meet him, you never know that he's that wealthy. I surround my people with stuff. Like, we've been friends for 5 years now, and I'm always picking his head for information. And this stuff that he's still learning, but I learn from him every day, or every time we have a phone conversation, I'm still learning something from him. The worst mistake you can make in life is not to try. Michael Jordan said it a long time ago, I've missed 1,000 shots, but I've hit some game winners. And I know that sounds very, very, very cliche, but I read that 25 years ago, and I still stick to that quote to this day.
I feel like picking up off of something that Cody mentioned, like with sacrificing for your priorities, like that's like the ultimate balance. Like if you have a priority, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things to maintain that priority. Like sacrificing negative people, cancers, even if it's somebody that's close to you, if it's a cancerous relationship or something, you gotta sacrifice that for your priorities. Sacrificing some of your Starbucks money to pay for your gym membership. Like it's always that balance of when you make that priority, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices for that priority. And I think that's where a lot of people get messed up with. I want this. This is what I have to do. This is my priority, but they're not willing to make that sacrifice. So that's like a big thing. Like how do people get to the point, or what takes you to that point where it's like, okay, if this is really your priority and you're not bullshitting, like this is it, how do you make that sacrifice?
Very true. I mean, you and I have both competed on stage before, and the word sacrifice is an understatement. Hopefully Cody will join us someday on stage. And it's been years for me, recently for Lynn. And you have no idea, unless you've competed, the word sacrifice. Where your friends are eating pizza around you, you're sacrificing your tilapia with broccoli or asparagus while they're eating pizza in front of you. So to get to a certain point, yes, you have to sacrifice, but at the end, the reward is so worth it. I'm half Irish, half Italian. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, it's worth it.
I think one of the biggest deterrents for somebody to make that sacrifice is FOMO, fear of missing out. I think a large percentage of the U.S. population, or just the world's population, is struck with that disease, that sickness, this fake thing that, okay, I'm gonna miss, being in this Instagram post with the boys or the girls at the bar, and I'm not gonna, whatever. I'm not in with the in-group or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, Instagram will be there tomorrow. This will be there tomorrow. And once you realize, once I realized that, okay, I didn't have to go out and do all these things, and I could, focus on my job and, getting better at my job. So instead of going out on Fridays now, I put leg day, my least favorite day, I'll be honest with you, on Saturday mornings. And there's no way in heck I'm going to make myself go out at night and then wake up in the morning to work out. It's not going to happen, so I force myself that way to do it. So now on my Friday nights, we're taping Garbage Eaters, and then I go back home and I listen to audiobooks. because I want to get into some real estate investments in the future. So right now I'm just kind of studying up. And then obviously I want to learn how to be a better salesperson, just a better person in general. I've felt a lot better about those decisions, and I've come to find out that, hey, my friends that I thought were my friends are still my friends. And and that's even after the process of sacrificing all those things.
You know, I'm gonna step in real quick is what you said about the leg workout. And a good friend of mine I've known for years is a 4-time Mr. Olympia. So he was best in the world for 4 years. And I remember talking to him, say, hey, a bunch of us are going out by the train tracks, we're gonna have a couple beers, blah, blah, blah. He's like, sorry, man, gotta do legs tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Can't be out drinking. And like I said, 4-time Mr. Olympia, best in the world 4 times, sacrificed a lot because he knew what his priorities were and what his goals were to get to that, to be the best in the world. You gotta sacrifice and you gotta have priorities and you have to make them line up, period.
So who were some good role models in your life, Shawn, growing up? Not just today, but kind of growing up.
Growing up, I'm gonna give my parents a shout out. My mom, my stepdad were there for me every decision I made, bad or good. My mom pulled me aside one time and said, we're allowed to make mistakes. Learn from them. Don't make the same mistake over and over, because if you do, you're a dummy. We're kids, we're human, we're gonna make mistakes. Learn from them. Jay Cutler, big role model in my life, because a kid that grew up from my hometown.
Which one?
Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder.
Okay.
Don't know the football player. Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder, where we didn't have actors coming from our towns. We didn't have a lot of people making it in sports, NFL, Major League Baseball. I think that's more of a California, Florida thing. Massachusetts, we had bodybuilders. Watching Jay Cutler become the person he was because of sacrifice, priorities, big role model in my life. I still talk to him to this day. My wife, I'm married to a doctor. I watched her from the very beginning. We've been together 9 years now. She was in school for 9 years to get where she's at. She just got a book published. It's incredible to watch someone get their master's, their PhD, get a book published. Huge role model in my life. My wife, my in-laws, my mom, mother-in-law, father-in-law, they do extremely well for themselves financially. I've talked to them. Hard workers. Mother-in-law travels the world, never at home. Sacrifice, priorities, period.
So, when I was graduating college, I made an extra effort to surround myself with positive people or good-minded people. I was always looking for mentors and just little pieces of advice, whether it's from family members, friends, professors, you name it. I was looking for anything and for some advice on how to get out here. If you were to rewind and go back to when you graduated college or even when you started college, what would you tell yourself then? What would you tell me when you went to school not knowing what in the world you were going to do, and then you graduated, you're kind of in limbo?
Cool. Great question. Hopefully I don't draw the answer out too long. If I had to go back a long time ago, 2 things. Learn stuff. Don't memorize stuff. Learn it. Take the time to actually learn it. College is all about not solving a problem that's already solved. College is about learning the future, how to prepare for the future. Anyone can memorize a book or a question and answer. Learn. Get better grades. Put some effort into it. It's tough where people can sit back and say, yeah, I got a 2.0, I'm happy. They didn't kick me out of school. But that's bullshit. I just witnessed a girl, my wife, who got 4 years of 4.0. That's incredible. I hate to say it, she's 10 times smarter than I am. But you know what? I love that because I'm learning from her. And another thing too is it is a different world nowadays. Way back then, you could get a BA or a BS and be fine. You can't. You got to get a master's. Minimum got to get a master's. But find your passion. Remember that old saying in high school or grammar school where your guidance counselor pulled you aside and said, what do you want to be when you grow up? The answer that you gave him or her, that's what you should have been. A lot of people out there have jobs that they're not happy with. They got a college education, a master's program. They go to work every day miserable because they didn't follow their passion. Once again, priorities. Get your priorities straight. If you go back in time, I love what I do. I've been doing this for 20 years. Health and field, it's not for everyone, but I love what I do. So coming to work, it's easy for me. Very easy.
And then we're going to talk about merch. You going to talk about military stuff?
Oh yeah. All right, so, and I'll just finish off so follow your passion. And one thing, living in San Diego, I've witnessed this firsthand, how huge the military is out here. San Diego, California is a military city. Some kids don't have the desire or the funds to go to college. What they'll do is sign up for the military, get the best experience of their life. Some do 4 years, some do 8 years, some do 25 years. I was blown away how many talented kids, smart kids chose the military because they knew they were going to see the world, get an education, learn a trade, all the above, and maybe make a lifetime out of it and be set for life. I think a lot more kids who are wandering the earth with no plan, no college degree, nothing, they might want to think about the military. It's not as bad as what people think. Regardless of what you see on the news, I've witnessed it firsthand. 2 great kids that worked for me who joined the Marine Corps, and it's incredible.
So picking up kind of off of what you were talking about versus military versus people that go to college, what would you say versus people who have jobs versus having a career? What's your take on that?
Lynn, that's a great question. Unfortunately, a lot of people go through life with jobs. And I'll give you the definition of a job. A job is a 9 to 5 or a 3 to 11, a 7 to 3 job. It's not your passion. It's a job that pays bills, gives you a check, pays the rent, the car payment, something. A career is something that you work very hard for, with or without college, military, without military, but it's your career. It's something you're going to do probably for the rest of your life. Or every career move is in the same career field. That's the difference, in my opinion, a job or a career. Find a career and going to work every day is very, very easy. The problem with a lot of people is we get content with jobs because it is paying the bills. It is paying the credit card bills. It is paying the rent. It's putting a few dollars in your pocket to go out on dates or whatever it might be. It's a job. Unfortunately, with a lot of employees, you're expendable. They can fire you immediately, let you go, and find someone to replace you. With a career, you got a better standing ground. A career is more control. Great. It's not a bad thing to have a career. It really isn't. It's one of those things where you can look yourself at the end of the day in the mirror and say, you know what? I worked damn hard for this. I'm very proud of what I see in the mirror.
So I know you were talking about the transition from a job to a career. Could you kind of touch on that part of your life where you went from the corporate world that you were working in to where you're at now? How was that transition?
Perfect, great question. And just from my experience only, and I'm going to speak from the heart. I'm gonna talk, and I'm telling you right now, not all corporates are bad. There's a lot of great ones out there. Unfortunately, the one that I did work for is a shitty corporate. And I'm just being honest. What I saw as an operations manager, behind the scenes, the phone calls, emails, not a good place. I couldn't do it anymore. Called my wife, said, listen, I'm coming home, I'm quitting. I can't do this. I'm getting sharp pains in my stomach. I can't do it. I don't want to work out. I don't want to eat. If you know me, I love to eat. I love to work out. And come join us one day for all you can eat. It's disgusting. And that was it. I made that decision. Became friends with a great owner of the gym. And I wish I would have did it 100 years ago. The private gym for me is phenomenal. Like I said, once again, not all corporates are bad. There's some great corporates that really take care of you. Unfortunately, the one that I did work for was a nightmare.
Now, in that nightmare stage or time, how was your relationship with your wife? Did that ever affect the relationship?
That's a great question. The first beginning, it was kosher. Very, very, very cool. Then my schedule changed. Hours got longer. My responsibilities, I took some dumb test that was forced on me, promoted me. So I had way more responsibilities, and guess what? My paycheck didn't go up. And I don't even care about the money, the extra pressure, I would have gave back the money. Money, it didn't mean anything. And then And she even noticed it. She even said, hey, you're changing, you're not the person, and I knew it. And that was it. There's no way I'm going to lose a beautiful relationship over a dumb corporate job. And again, not all corporate jobs are bad. Trust me, there's some great ones out there.
Very cool. And then you kind of tie it all back into what we wanted to start off with, which was the priorities. Whether it be your health or something else. I was talking to a buddy on the phone last night, and I think it was a Warren Buffett quote he kind of read off to me, but I wrote it down. I might be paraphrasing here, but it's, if you were given a car, any car that you wanted, and that was the only car you could drive for the rest of your life, how well would you treat that car? I would assume you'd treat it pretty dang good. You'd take care of it. And the way I kind of see that quote, or reflecting that quote, is I only have one body. I only have one life. How are you going to treat it? If you want to kind of go off on that.
I mean, I'll use the car as an example where you might spend $30, $40, $50, $100,000 on a car, which, if you have it, fantastic. Do it. My wife and I have great cars. We spent a lot of money on our cars. But I'm going to tell you right now, my car sits still for 22 hours a day. Unfortunately, your body does not. You drive a car off the lot, it depreciates thousands of dollars right away. Your body does not. If you take care of it, it won't. Your body's your temple. I know it sounds very cliche. Your body is your temple. Take care of it. Drink more water. Exercise. Go for a walk. Laugh. I love to laugh. Your car doesn't do any of that stuff. Your car is materialistic. Your car breaks down, they can fix it. Well, sometimes when your body breaks down, there's no fixing it. You're shit out of luck, period. Treat your body like a temple. Change the oil.
Now, what if you were a parent, or you're overweight, or something? You could be even a grandparent, or whatever. What's the importance of physical health and taking care of yourself? With family, if you have kids or you have grandkids, can you kind of touch on that? The importance of being in shape.
The importance right off the bat. First thing is knowledge. Learn about nutrition. Learn about exercise. We have YouTube. Everything you can Google nowadays. 20 years ago, we didn't have that. We had to look at a textbook. It's so damn easy right now to learn. Just do it. Learn about fitness goals. What are your fitness goals? Learn about it. And if you're teaching your kids, you've got to practice it yourself. You can't be a hypocrite about it. You can't tell your kid, hey, don't smoke a cigarette. Smoking's bad for you, as you spark up a cigarette and start smoking in front of them. Hey, fast food's bad for you. Don't eat a Big Mac. Sorry, I didn't mean to badmouth Big Mac. Don't eat a fast food cheeseburger if you're telling your kids not to eat it. Moderation's a key to life, too. Moderation. Too much exercise is bad. Yes, I understand that. Driving way too fast is bad. I understand that. Do I eat cheeseburgers? Yes, I do. Do I eat Chinese food? Yes, I do. In fact, I'm having pizza tonight. Gluten-free pizza, but I'm having pizza tonight. Moderation is the key to everything in life. That pretty much sums it up for me in regards to take care of your body, take care of your health. You only get one loop around this earth. Once you're dead, you're dead. There's no coming back. There's no video game reset button.
True enough. That about wraps it up for this episode of Garbage Eaters. I'd like to thank Shawn once again for coming on, dropping some jewels for the people today. Great stuff.
Never heard that saying before. I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Dropping some jewels. All right. And once again, we want to say thank you very much to the support we've been receiving, all the feedback, whether it's positive or negative. Obviously, our goal is to get better each and every episode and bring more quality content and consistent content to the viewers, to you guys. This is, like we said in our first video, it's not about us, it's about learning and including as many people in that learning process as possible. Garbage, there's value in it. Okay, we need to enjoy that process. So once we do become successful, we can really feel like we earned that satisfaction. And if anybody questions us about it, we can defend ourselves. Not that anybody's opinions matter, but it's always good to feel good.
You know what they say? Opinions are like everyone's got one.
Yeah. So, also, if you guys want shirts, we are selling some shirts yet. We got the military green and the vintage black. Had to order a triple XL here for Shawn. Maybe one day I can get that big. I don't know. I don't think so. So if I keep eating gluten-free pizza, maybe.
Friday nights.
So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Comment below.
Cheers.
If you have any questions or things you want us to talk about or different guest ideas, we want to hear from you. If you're in San Diego, hit up Boulevard Fitness. Introduce yourself to Shawn and the staff. They're amazing people. Maybe you can catch a workout with Lynn too.
Absolutely. You know, and on that note, let me show my appreciation. These guys are incredible guys. We talk all the time. I'd have to say we come from 3 different parts of the world or United States, and we're sitting here today getting along just fine. It's okay, guys. Guys and girls, it's okay to get along with everybody. I'm not going to go political, but the one thing we have in common is we're all human beings. Be a human being. Contribute back to society, and it should be a better planet.